As a 10-year-old boy growing up in New Orleans, Louisiana, I remember how excited I was when my mom announced that she was going to take my brothers and I to the Pontchartrain Beach Amusement Park. I had always wanted to go to that park, but my mom at the time was raising 4 growing boys by herself. So let's just say there wasn't enough money left over for that kind of stuff. Well, the day of the trip came. I remember standing outside of the amusement park waiting in line, and I saw this large roller coaster. I saw the spinning teacups. I saw people shooting basketball trying to win stuffed animals. There were folk that were eating cotton candy and candy apple on the stick, and I was just bursting with excitement. What was I going to do first? The day was going well. I excitedly jumped from ride to ride. I dashed here and there, sometimes forgetting to wait for everyone else. My mom would remind me, "Roger, wait for me." After getting off a ride called the Rainbow, I dashed off of it and quickly ran to the Cup and Saucer ride. I had always wanted to ride it, and now I was going to get my chance. I was just so excited when all of a sudden I discovered that I was by myself. As I looked around, my joy turned to fear. Where were my brothers and mother? I quickly jumped off the ride before it started, and I ran outside. I looked around for my family. Where did they go? How could they lose me? Why was my mother not taking care of me? I felt forgotten. And although there were hundreds of people walking around the park, I felt alone. Did anyone see me? I glanced to the left and then to my right, and I saw a police officer. And I remembered that my mom told me, if ever we were lost, look for a policeman or someone who could help us. As I made my way slowly to the police officer, tears began to roll down my cheek. Then I heard a familiar voice. Oh, I knew that voice. And though there was noise all around me, I heard it clearly. "Roger, I was not forgotten." I did not see my mom, but my mom never lost sight of me. Psalms chapter 71 verses 5 through 6 and verse 9 says, "O Lord, you alone are my hope. I've trusted you, O Lord, from my childhood. Yes, you have been with me from birth. From my mother's womb, you have cared for me. No wonder I am always praising you. And now, in my old age, don't set me aside. Don't abandon me when my strength is failing." Just as I felt lost and alone when I was 10, I understand that sometimes in your retirement, you might feel lost, alone, and lonely. Can I tell you, you are not by yourself. Like my mom was watching me, Jesus is always watching you, and he is always with you, and he's always looking out for you. I hope that you find this Adele website ministry one of God's ways of saying you are not forgotten or abandoned. I've got my eyes on you, and I always will care for you. Listen for that still small voice. I'm sure you'll recognize it. My name is Roger Bernard, the president of the Central States Conference. I would like to thank Drs. Cox and Baker for the wonderful concept called Adele and for the opportunity to share. God bless you.